Hey, welcome back to EdTech. Today is back again to JavaScript mini tutorial. This time I'll be teaching you about last index of. Last class was about index of and this is last index of. And before we start, what is last index of? Last index of is actually finding the position of index of a word, or rather a position of a word or a character in a string which is occurring last. So I'll be explaining you that with an example. So let's get started. Okay, let's consider a string home, comma, space, my sweet home, right, with an exclamation. Okay, save that. Now let's assign this to a variable. Let's say variable, we call it str or string. Okay, don't forget the semicolon at the end. Okay, now what is the syntax? The syntax is last index of, with L being small letter. Index starts with capital I, caps I, or O, caps O, and appended with a dot to this particular variable name, which is str. So let's consider another variable. Let's say variable A is this. Let's say I want to find the last index of home, small home. Now the thing is, as you can see, there are two homes here. So when you talk of last index, ideally it should be the home that is occurring last, right? Okay, but remember, the last index of is case sensitive. Now here this last one is starting with small letter and the first one is capital H. So if I want to find the last index of small home, that means it will only consider that there's no other occurrence of that earlier or later. So keep that in mind. And if I want to find that of home, it will only just go there. But whereas if there were so many, then that will go down to the last whichever occurrence of that particular word or letter. Like here, for example, you have O as a character or a letter. There's the occurrence of O. If you consider, O is happening like twice, and if I want to find the last index of O, it should be the last one in the last word, home, right? So this is the meaning of last index of, but there are conditions, as you will see. Now let's consider variable A is you want to find the last index of home, so I just do the syntax accordingly. String dot, right, last index of, and then the round brackets. Inside the round bracket, I need to write the parameters. Now in this first I consider with one parameter. Okay, so let's say home. Don't forget the open and close inverted. So home, that is a small home this time, and the semicolon. And then I need to do document write, document dot write, to call it write, dot write, inside that A, because I want to call this variable and see the result, test the result. That's why I'm testing the result. Let's see the result. 15. How do you explain this? So it's like this. Now, how do you start counting? Like in the earlier case of index of, the rule applies the same, because you should know that in a string or in a word, the first character starts with 0. 0 is the first index position. So start like that, counting here with the capital H being the first character in the string. So start with 0. So when you count in that order, 0, 1, 2, 3, including the comma and the white space, you will find 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 until the comma, then white space 5, carry on for my 6, 7, again white space 8, then the sweet 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, again white space 14, Then when you come to H is the 15th character. So the answer is, the last index of this home will be 15. Let's put that down here. Oh, sorry, 15. Now, the reason is, you must be wondering why not calculate the whole home. So, whenever you talk of calculating the index of a particular word, then the answer would be calculated only for the first character or the first letter, not for all. So like in home, if H is the first character, so until H only you need. So H is the 15th position, so just calculate, answer should be 15, right? Because here in this case there is only one parameter, so we calculated that for home. Let's say even if this was not capital, let's say it was just small h, the result would be still the same because this is the last occurrence. 15th position is the last occurrence. It should be same as you've seen. Okay. Now let's say, now let me go back to the capital because it's supposed to be capital. Okay. Now let me do that with two parameters. So let's, before that I want a line break. So as I've taught you earlier for line breaks, document.write, you need to do this, add a break element. And then the semicolon. Okay, so you've added a break. Now I want to find the last index of home with a second argument or a second parameter. You see, because here when you just write one parameter, the default is 0. So you have to start counting from 0. If I don't write a second parameter, means default is considered 0 for the second parameter, which means I need to count from 0. Because the second parameter, what's the purpose of using the second parameter is the position from which I need to start counting, right? So if home means just one parameter, means I have to start counting from position 0. That's the rule. But let's see what happens if I add a second argument. Okay, let's say var b equals string dot last index of let's say home again, and then comma, let's say position 7. Just as an example, I forgot to write the comma. You should write the comma and then the second argument or the second parameter, and then you add the semicolon. Then document.write, I want to test it out, document.write b. Okay, so how do you do? Before I see the result, let me explain. So it's like I have a second parameter 7. So how do you do this? So the rule for this is first count until 7 from the beginning. So starting from 0h, so I have 0, 1, 2, 3, then comma 4, space 5, 6, 7, space, okay, 6, 7, right? So y, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So y is the 7th position. Then I go back to y and then start counting backward. So then I go to y, start counting backward. Reverse direction. So I go to position 7 and go to in the reverse direction. So y is 7, so I go reverse. So m will be 6, space will be 5, comma will be 4, e will be 3, m will be 2, 0 will be 1, h will be 0. So that means the answer is 0. But again, in this case, I'm looking for small h. So remember, there is no small home here. It is case sensitive. There's only capital home with a capital starting h, which means this small home doesn't exist in the 0 position. So my answer should be -1. Anytime any particular word or character that you're looking for doesn't exist in that position, answer should be -1. So you can see the result, it's -1, right? Okay, so let's write that down. it is minus 1, minus 1. Oh, sorry, minus 1. Now let's test out the same thing. I just repeat here. See, instead of small h, I just replace this just to save time. I just replace this with capital H. Now here the answer should be 0, because remember when I started counting from the 7th position backward, I reached h and my count was 0. Right? In any case, we know that it starts with 0, so the result should be 0 if I do the capital H and then position 7. So you can see the result here, it's 0. Right? So this is the meaning of last index of with position and without position. And similarly, you can do the same thing for characters and letters. I show you here. Let me give a line break here. Document document.write. Sorry, it's W. I want to give a line break. BR so document.write, I give a line break. I consider another variable x. So I consider another variable x, last index. I repeat the same syntax. Here the difference, I want to find the last index of, let's say, E. Okay, this is interesting, E. Now, as we know, there are several E's here. The last E that's happening is under the small home, just right before the exclamation mark. So let's see the position how we count. So string dot last index of letter E. So how do we start counting? And then this is without a second argument or a second parameter. So that means default 0. So you have to start counting from position 0, which is the capital H, the start of the string. So again 0. From capital H. If you count in that order, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, space 5, 6, 7, again space 8, then suite 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, space 14, then again H, 15, 16, 17, 18. So we find that the small last E is 18. So the answer should be 18 because it's starting from default 0. Oh, I forgot to test it out by calling it. Okay, then document.write. So I have to call it by document.write within bracket x because I need to test out the result. It should be 18 by our calculation. There you go, it's 18. So did you understand how it's counted? Now I want to show you the same thing. So this is the last of it example. So now I want to show you the same thing with the second parameter or argument, whereby the second parameter or argument is that particular position from which you start the search, as I mentioned earlier. So let's say you want to start it from position 10. Okay. So variable, I consider another variable y equals string dot last index, spelling mistake, last index of should be capital O. So we consider another variable y string dot last index of, we are considering the same string for example, and then I want to write E with a parameter, that is the search position. So I repeat the E again, and then if you remember there has to be a comma, and then the second parameter is the search position. Let's say the search position is position 10, and then don't forget the semicolon. Right, and before this I forgot to write the line break, otherwise they'll be all jinxed up. So again document.write the line break BR, right? Okay, now let's see. Okay, when you say position 10, let me explain here. So as the earlier example, I go to position 10 first. That's the first rule. When you see after the comma, the position, the search position, need to go to the search position one, that particular search position required, and then work backwards. So position 10, starting from 0 position, capital H, 0, 1, 2, 3, 0, 1, 2, 3, comma 4, space 5, 6, 7, space 8, sweet, 9, 10. So W is a position 10, then work backward. So position 9 will be S, space 8, Y 7, M 6, space 5, comma 4, E 3, M2, O1, H0. I'm sorry, I did a mistake because I need to reach E, not the word home. So let's do it again. Go back to position 10. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So W is a position 10, work backward. 9 is S, then count accordingly. Space 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. So the E position is number 3, which belongs to the capital home, the first word. So E. So that was what number? 3, right? Yeah, that was 3. Let me check again. Yes, so the result should be 3. Let's check it out. Let me first write the document.write in order to check or test the result. .write spelling Y. There you go, 3. So search parameter not mentioned means default 0, start counting from 0 and reach that particular letter or word that is occurring last, keeping the case in mind because it's case sensitive. So default 0 means if the second parameter is not mentioned or mentioned 0, that means you have to start counting from 0 until you reach that particular letter or word which is occurring last, keeping the uppercase and lowercase in mind, of course, because it's case sensitive. This search is case sensitive. Then if the second search parameter is mentioned as a particular position, then first count from front, from the 0 until that position, and then when you reach that position, whichever word or letter, start counting backward, and then until you reach that particular that particular letter, character or word that you're counting. And when you say word, you know it means the first letter of the word. Like home we were looking for means the first letter of home is the position for that particular home. Like in the first case, we look for home. That means the first letter of home is H. So considering the case in mind. When you look for a letter, of course, it's just a letter. But home means, or a word means, the first letter of that word. So I hope you understood. If you still have any doubt, you can mention that in the comment section. And this is part of the string series that I'm teaching in JavaScript string series. I'll be also including the links below for other tutorials in the same playlist, as well as other beginner lessons in JavaScript for you to follow in case you haven't followed earlier. And if you have still any more suggestions for me to do more lessons that you don't understand, you can mention that in the comment and I'll be too glad to make a lesson on that. So if you are not yet subscribed to my tutorials, do remember to subscribe because I publish on a regular basis almost every second day. So also don't forget to hit the bell button, smash the bell button until it's really come down. Ha ha ha, just joking. Okay, see you. Okay, see you in the next lesson. Remember to subscribe, remember to smash the bell button so that you really become a JavaScript hero from zero.